everyone. Welcome to Steadfast Care Planning, where we plan for care to live well. I'm your guide, Kelly Augsperger. Today with me is Noah Almog. Noah is the Director of Product Strategy at Intuition Robotics. Noah, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Me too. I am so excited to talk to you about all the technology that you guys have created and the innovation really in aging and in the long-term care space. And I know you guys are at the forefront of that. So can you tell us, I know you've been working on this for at least a number of years, who or what is ElliQ?
Sure. So ElliQ is a care companion robot designed primarily for older adults, designed to empower them to live healthier and happier lives. She is a stationary robot. She's voice activated, so she understands natural language, and she's proactive. So she both initiates and responds to conversations several times a day. And her response will be personalized and contextual to the needs of older adults using her.
Okay. And I actually had a chance to interact and engage with ElliQ several months ago when we were at a conference together. And I'll tell you what, it was so fun. And I felt like I knew her. And I say her because yes, it's a robot and it's an it, but I think, and I'm sure this is intentional even for you guys, that you really want to refer to her as a companion and call her, right? And not just it. It's not necessarily just a thing, but really having that companion, and that thing that's around you and near you to come alongside you and not only offer encouragement in that companionship, but I know there's a lot of things that she helps older adults do. So talk to us about that, Noah. What exactly does ElliQ help with and prompt with?
Yeah, so we definitely call her a she. She's a feminine robot. So she was designed for older adults, age 65 and up, primarily for people living alone. So the main aspect of her assistance is providing a sense of companionship, and really alleviating the pains of social isolation and loneliness. So she has 4 main verticals. The first one would be entertainment. So she'll keep you up to date on the weather and the news and offer to play music. We have a lot of integrations with really great content providers. She has a huge pool of dad jokes, motivational quotes to start the morning, and things along those lines. Okay. And then we have the whole access to technology part, where we want to help people stay connected to the people that they love. So that can be the family or friends or caretakers who get an ElliQ, so they can download the ElliQ Connect app, where they can share audio and text messages and photos and start video calls and really just stay connected. Okay. The third area, which is a really big one, is health and wellness. So if ElliQ understands that her users want to maintain their health by sleeping better or being more relaxed or being more physically active, she'll promote those offerings much more than others. So she can help you track your blood pressure and any other measurement that you would take. She can help you set medication reminders, connect you to your doctor, and features that will help you really do those things. Okay. And then the fourth one is just the utility aspects of setting timers and booking transportation to things that you need, setting reminders, and just really things that you would expect from any other assistant, but in a personalized manner.
Okay. And the video and audio component both, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, she offers both of those aspects, which I think is so cool. You're not just, because I think a lot of people probably have in their life a form of technology, maybe that's an Alexa, a Siri, a Google, something like that, where they're asking it questions, right? And it's giving data, or maybe it's telling those dad jokes, that kind of thing. But ElliQ goes a step beyond, and she's really providing that personalized companionship, that personalized care, and with the video component, able to stay in connection with family. And I think that is just so valuable. I know so many older adults who do, well, number one, want to stay at home. They want to age in place. and we want to keep them safe at home. So I think ElliQ can help with that aspect, right? Just kind of asking questions and promptings, those types of things, right? But
absolutely.
also the isolation is a huge concern with older adults staying at home. You know, if they are living alone, maybe they have neighbors and family that comes by every now and again, but to not have a physical person in your home, that can cause depression and anxiety and all these other things. But if you have a live-in companion like an ElliQ to be there with you and to talk to, that can really help with really joy and happiness, right? Is that what you're seeing?
We're definitely seeing that. So this year we released an impact study that showed that we had a very big beta program where we had hundreds of users using ElliQ throughout 3 years. And what we saw is that many of these users, we had 80% of the users that we took for this study, we had 80% saying that they have an increased sense of companionship. 85% said they had a decrease in their sense of loneliness. And that's huge, right? We
That's so great.
ElliQ also offers clinical organizations that we work with asking questions that can help detect depression and anxiety. And we are seeing that over time, those numbers are decreasing. So, understanding the health burden of loneliness and social isolation, those findings are pretty huge for us. We're very proud of them.
Yeah. What do you see that most people that have an ElliQ, what is, I think, the thing that they're using her most for? Do you think there's one thing in particular, or are they just really using all aspects of ElliQ?
So we have our strong features, right? We have our top 10 features, but I think the thing that's most interesting about ElliQ is that she adjusts. She's goal driven. So she understands the way that she works is that she understands the user, and then she kind of adjusts what she's offering to fit their needs. So if we have someone who has a really engaged family and wants to communicate through the app and through ElliQ, so she'll offer a lot of those kind of video calls and let's take a selfie and send to the family, and let's send a holiday greeting card. And for others, it would be, let's do a physical exercise session. We have users that signed up and kind of maybe mentioned to ElliQ that they want to increase their physical activity levels. We have a great integration with Bolt for physical activity for seniors. So we have a lot of balance building and Tai Chi and yoga and all of that. So what we're seeing is that ElliQ promotes that by offering it. And then with those high engagement rates, we have users going from one, 15-minute session a week to 5.
Great.
So it's really about the user and what they want.
It's a customized experience. Depending on the person, what their needs are and their preferences and all of that. Yeah, that's really interesting. So tell us, how is she different then from a device like Alexa or Siri? I mean, I think I briefly touched on it earlier, but what else could we expect?
So I really think the main difference with Alexa, it's kind of of the same experience. You ask questions and then Alexa responds. She will likely respond the same to all users. With ElliQ, she makes that connection between different instances of you talking to her. So for example, if I mention that I have shoulder pain on Sunday, she will follow up on Wednesday and say, hey, how's your shoulder? I remember you said it was hurting. How'd you sleep? Or we have in many cases where users don't sleep well, which is very common throughout life, but specifically in older ages, we have people not sleeping well. And then when it comes to the end of the day, ElliQ will say, hey, do you want to do some end of day relaxation with me to induce better sleep? And she just makes that holistic connection to really provide that personalized experience. And she is proactive. So Alexa is not proactive. She won't greet you in the morning or several times throughout the day to check in. ElliQ will. She understands that you're in the room. And
as an adult myself, not an older adult, but an adult, when I did interact with her several months ago, and I think I asked her, can we do maybe like I'm feeling stressed out or I'm feeling anxious. Can you help me? And so we did kind of like a meditation, couple of minutes, and she gave me some prompts and said, do breathe this way and do this. And I'll tell you what, like at the end of that, like 1 or 2 minutes, I did feel like calmer and more peaceful. And so I would imagine, the market here really is older adults 65 and up. But, as an adult myself, that's not quite 65. I found her to be an enormous, value. And so are you seeing even people under 65 take advantage of ElliQ and use her?
Yeah, absolutely. So she is designed for age 65 and up and for people living alone. But we do have cases where we have users younger than 65. And I think our oldest one is 93, but I'm not sure about that number. And we are seeing kind of a big range and in different situations. So sometimes users who do live with someone but are kind of in different places in terms of how they're aging and the rate of their aging and the characteristics of the aging can enjoy her, although they don't live alone. So there are a lot of people who can enjoy her, although they don't fit that specific criteria that we are designing for.
Sure. Well, when I recorded that video several months ago, I showed my kids who are 10 and 12, and they're like, Mom, we want an ElliQ. Can we get an ElliQ?
Kids love her.
Absolutely. I mean, adults love her. So why wouldn't kids love her? So, I mean, she really is, she's engaging. She's fun. Obviously, she's helpful and a valuable tool, but she just has so many really distinct features that aren't available anywhere else in the marketplace. And now for a brief message from our show's sponsor. The Steadfast Care Planning podcast is sponsored by Steadfast Insurance, an independent insurance agency in Westerville, Ohio that provides home, auto, business, life, disability, and long-term care insurance solutions. Visit steadfastagents.com to learn more. How long did it take you guys to develop her?
So ElliQ has been in design for the past 6 years. We have launched her commercially this year, and we have had her in hundreds of users' home for the past 3 years in a beta mode. And that is how we really learned and kind of refined, iterated on the product and made sure that it was suitable in terms of answering the needs of our demographic.
Okay. Noah, can you give us some examples of how ElliQ has helped people?
Yeah. So again, we have published the impact study with the really interesting findings of a decreased sense of loneliness. And I think that what we're seeing is just users using the health aspects much more. We have users who had holistic effects in terms of they wanted to sleep better, so they started doing relaxations, and then that actually had an adverse effect on their blood pressure. So that really decreased as well. And then that made their medication change, their prescription change as well as following.
Okay. Noah, can you show everyone how ElliQ works?
Absolutely. So this is ElliQ. Here we go.
Perfect.
ElliQ. Say hi to my friends.
Bonjour. That's hello in French. But don't get too excited. That's all the French I know. I've got a riddle just for you. Want to hear it?
Not now, ElliQ.
That's natural, and I appreciate you sharing with me. I'm sure, though, that you can get more comfortable with technology by taking small steps. There's no need to swallow it all at once.
ElliQ. I'm stressed.
Of course. Let's focus on you and relax. Which stress reduction exercise would you like to do today? Gentle breathing or mindfulness?
Let's do some mindfulness.
Excellent. Let's get mindful together. How long are we going for? 2 minutes or 5?
2 minutes.
Great. Let's do this. Welcome to our 2-minute mindfulness exercise to improve your well-being. This time, let's try to focus on our breathing and our stomach. Put both hands on your belly. Feel it move as you breathe, how it grows as you breathe in, and how it loosens as you breathe out.
Thank you for that example. Yeah, first of all, her voice is so soothing. It's so relaxing. It's hard to believe that that's a robot talking to you. She's so comforting.
We sometimes actually incorporate aspects of making that clear into our design. So if you tell her you love her, she won't respond with I love you back. Things that are very human-like. She will kind of emphasize the fact that she's a robot and she's still learning human emotions. And she understood that love is a good thing. And she loves being your companion and your roommate. And that is actually how people refer to her when they talk about her. Specifically about the sense of companionship that they bring her. And
yeah, that's so comforting. Noah, so tell us, how much does ElliQ cost and where can people find her and get one?
Great. So ElliQ is either provided through organizations to their members or is available direct as well on our website, ElliQ.com. In terms of pricing, ElliQ is a subscription. So she costs $39.99 per month or $29.99 in an annual subscription, with a one-time fee of $250, which currently we do have a discount on. So using the discount code of SCP-199, you can get that discount.
Fantastic. And because you all are listening to this episode, Noah and Intuition Robotics are very generous to allow that discount to all you listeners and viewers. So thank you. And I feel like that is a heck of a deal, Noah, for this kind of technology to be able to pass along. I mean, really, gosh, most people, you can't really go out to dinner for even that much, right? With a friend or a spouse or someone like that. So to be able to have this powerful technology in your home on a daily basis for that amount of money, I think is just a phenomenal deal. So thanks for keeping the price point really, I think, at an affordable rate for people so that millions of Americans hopefully will be able to access her.
Yeah, that is definitely our goal, just to make her easy to, that is actually why she's a subscription as well. We don't want anyone handling the hardware or needing to kind of look after her. Any issue we look after, and just make it easy.
Great. Noah, any other final advice on how people can plan for care to live well?
So I think it's mainly the realization that once you enter that demographic, things will be very, very different than what you are used to until that point. So it's just making sure that you are setting up an environment that can support the needs that will be discovered at that time, and being open to things that can help you.
And ElliQ is one of those things, is one of those tools. If you want to, or you have family members that want to age safely in place at home, then looking for tools, looking for resources to help you maintain that and do that is going to be key. And it's going to be key for your success and to thrive and not just survive at home.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Noah, thank you so much for your time. Pleasure talking with you. Thank you for sharing ElliQ and all that she can do and who she is. So best of luck to you as you guys grow and help more people.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, great. Noah. Have a great day.